It's 5 weeks till Berlin Marathon, and I really want to get under 3 hours for the first time ever. As you can tell, I am a little bit nervous, so I reached out to Runna to see what I can do at this point, as I'm racking up quite a few miles, and they said go and do a half marathon, and why not make it a bit more interesting by making it a PB? So, who can I rope in to help me with this?
Me!
Me!
Okay, I know you hate being paced by B, but in order to get that half marathon PB, we're going to get out there, do a 2 or 3K warm up, talk tactics, and then it's time to get stuck into it.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, warm up, calm before the storm. How are you feeling about your preparation and the marathon that's coming?
Well, I am quite excited and I've really enjoyed all my speed sessions, so I'm feeling fairly confident, but I think nerves are quite natural at this point, and especially for me, I get so nervous. Yeah. But I'm kind of holding on to the fact that last year in London Marathon, I did 3 hours and 10 seconds, so I just need to find 11 seconds, right? How hard can it be?
11 seconds is easy, so talking about time, what does that mean that we've got to run both in the marathon for pace and then today?
Yeah, so in the marathon, I need to get under 4 15-minute kilometres, because 4:15 will be 3 hours on the dot, so preferably under that.
Yep.
And then today for a half marathon, I want to get an hour 25, so that's just over 4-minute kilometres.
Okay, so we're talking about 15 seconds per kilometre faster than race pace. So it's that perfect blend of endurance and speed over a short distance to give you the confidence you're going to need on race day.
Yeah, okay, so please help me with this.
No pressure. Okay, it's half marathon time. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
The first 5K for me is obviously you're going to be running at a pace that's fairly easy and sustainable. So it's about managing those nerves and excitement, and everyone in the team will take the mick out of me loads because I say the most stupid things.
I am actually solar powered, I reckon, so I think I only work well in the sun.
I don't think you work at all. We're not even supposed to be talking.
Yeah.
And I really just want to run way faster than I should be.
Anyone familiar with running with another person? What Jess likes to do here is half-stepping me, and she set the pace on that one, which is fine. We're just gonna relax. We don't need to overcook it too early. Jess is doing a great job. 6K, 4 minutes on the nose for that one. So we went through 5K in about 1950, just inside, so really strong running. Put your arms down.
I'm just shaking out.
We've coasted through that first 7K like we said. I'm sure it feels like we've coasted. We've probably got to go up like half a point or 1 point out of 10 in our rate of perceived exertion, just to squeeze and hold the same pace. It's not a nice feeling because we'll look down and we'll see the same pace and it just feels harder. That's the point, it's normal. So get through these next 3K to 10K and then reassess. Don't think beyond that.
I think the 5 to 10K mark is the bit I probably find easiest, where you're running at a pace where you've settled into the rhythm, it feels good, and you don't feel quite as many nerves at that point.
I could be a mimer.
A what?
Mimer. So I just do thumbs up to everything.
I really underestimated how much of a difference running with a pacer has on accountability, but also on my motivation. It helps me to stay focused and driven, especially when I start to doubt myself. If you're running an organised event and targeting a specific time, I would highly recommend spotting out a pacer and sticking with them. They're normally incredibly supportive and a huge boost in morale.
Okay, I made that halfway. It is hot, you won't be able to tell on the camera. Jess has worn all black because she likes to be stealth, but not the most sun appropriate. Also, we've reached the point where she literally can't talk, so she's a prisoner captive to my ramblings. For a minute I thought you'd put your other earbud in then, out of disgust.
Starting to feel a little bit difficult, but at the same time the miles were kind of flying through and I didn't really have a lot on my mind at that point except from enjoying the music, drowning out Andy, being way too relaxed at that point, and thinking about that final 5 kilometres.
Okay, Jess has got a stitch, so don't panic. Drop your arms now. Really relax your shoulders. focus on breathing down here, diaphragm. So there's no need to panic. You got me?
That's what I'm panicking about.
The middle section of the race can be the hardest, but the sessions from my runner training plan that focus on endurance and running on tired legs have prepared me for this. I find that breaking up a marathon into blocks and running the mile I'm in allows me to focus and then push through. Strength workouts and mobility training within the Runna app have helped improve my strength, as well as recovery, which has given me a huge performance and confidence boost in my training.
Thanks, Tom. I got Hillary Duff. This is what dreams are made of playing. Hey now, hey now.
No, that's not by Hillary Duff. I'm so old. We're at 14k and 55, 40-ish. So we're into this last 7k now. Jess is having a gel, second gel. Not worry about the time here.
God, it feels like I've got a long way to go.
Yeah, you haven't though. You've broken the back of it. Basically 6k to go. So 1k and then a park run. Job done. PB time.
I think around 15 kilometres in was when I really started to doubt myself, and that kind of panic start to set in, where you really have to focus on controlling your breathing and remembering why you're doing this in the first place. And I'd have so much doubt before going into this half marathon that I could even get a PB today, that I didn't know whether it was even worth going to the end.
You got this, Jess. Don't talk yourself out of it now. Everything now is mental. I know it's hard for me too. At this point in a race, if you've done the training, and I know that Jess has, this is a battle against yourself. Everyone wants to talk themselves out of it. There's an excuse, I could just stop, I could jog for a bit and then pick up. No, you can't, because I won't let you.
I was just following Andy and trusting that he knew what pace we were going and trusting that he knew what we were doing, which was so helpful, but it was getting so much harder at this point. I was so warm. I remember saying to Andy, like, I feel like a tomato because I've never been this warm.
It's the best I've ever seen you run, Jess. It's going so well. The job is just to finish it now. You put the hard work in, now finish it.
I find it really useful looking at my watch for the final few kilometres and doing a bit of mental maths. So I knew that if I worked out what pace I had to go at to get my PB, then that'd really spur me on for that final few kilometres. And I think focusing on something other than how much my legs were hurting at that point was really helpful.
2k and change to go. We're well inside. Jess doesn't need me, he's got it.
Nope.
This is it, you're good. No panic breathing. Remember why we're doing it. So just pour on what you've got and we'll see where that gets us. $400 meters. Last lap of the track. Dig deep. There's more in there than you think. That's 21. 100 meters.
Oh. Thank you.
Well, I'm absolutely done.
Oh, I just want to sit down.
That's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh my God, I literally didn't think I could do that.
Time on watch, Jess?
1:24:33. I'm beyond chuffed with that. I didn't think I was going to get a PB today, so it's given me a real confidence boost for the final 5 weeks of my training towards Berlin.
It should do. It's windy, hilly, hot. You did such an amazing job. Jess put her body on the line, so if you enjoyed it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the running channel, drop us a comment, and then now check out another video where you can see the rest of Jess's training.